were. Lots of buses 20 years ago. Lots of buses. Okay, so you can see buses is plural, and we can see lots of has been used here. So of course it's were. There were lots of buses 20 years ago. Okay, so well done. So that was just focusing on the positive, affirmative. There was or there were. Now, let's see if we can choose from was, were, wasn't, or weren't. Okay. Number 1. So there was or wasn't a singer at the party last Saturday. We can choose wasn't or was. We can't have were or weren't because it's just one, a singer. There 8 children at the party. So 8 children, plural. 8 is more than one. So we could say there were. There were 8 children at the party. We wouldn't usually state an amount using the wrong amount, so we wouldn't say there weren't 8 children at the party. We would say how many there were. So there were 8 children at the party. There any flowers in the room? So there's 2 clues here. Flowers, we know it's plural, so it's were or weren't. But we can also see the word any. And we know that we only use any for negative sentences, so there weren't any flowers in the room. Next one. There a CD player in the room. So could be was, there was a CD player in the room, or wasn't. But it's singular, so we don't use were or weren't. Next one. There lots of sandwiches at the party. So again, 2 clues in this one. Sandwiches, we know it's plural. And we can see lots of. And lots of we use for a positive statement. So we would say there were lots of sandwiches at the party. And the last one, there a TV in the room. So could be was, could be wasn't. There was a TV in the room. There wasn't a TV in the room. As long as it's singular, you can use either for that sentence. Okay. Let's read a short chant to practice what we've learned. And because we're talking about our town and we're using past tense, this is called Our Town Has a History. Our town has a history. It's very old, you know. Here's a picture of our town 200 years ago. There weren't any buses then, and there weren't any trains. There weren't any motorbikes, and there weren't any planes. There were shops and markets then, and there were hotels too. There were parks and theatres. There was a lot to do. So you can see all of the transport vocabulary in there. We've got buses, trains, motorbikes, planes. So all plural. So you can also see were and weren't being used. And then at the end there was a lot to do. A lot, singular. Okay, well done. Let's move on and look at some phonics. Today we're going to look at the sound E. E. Okay? So it's the name of a letter, we know, but there are 3 ways we can spell it, this sound, when we're writing. The first one is E-A. E-A. So although there's 2 sounds there, when they're together they just make E sound. Let's see some words. We've got ice cream. So in the cream, ice cream. And dream. Dream. So ice cream, dream. So we can say, usually with 2 vowels together they come in the middle of the sentence in this case. So cream, dream, E-A makes an E sound, but we usually put it in the middle. The next way to spell it is to use double E. Double E. Okay? So make again the same sound, E. Let's see some words. We've got queen. Queen. And green. Green. Again, the double E sound usually comes in the middle of the word. Not always, but usually. The last one is just 1 letter, and it's a Y. So let's see some words. Jelly. Jelly. Happy. Okay, so Y, when it makes the E sound, it's almost always at the end, and there are many words which use this. Jelly and happy are just 2 examples. So the Y will usually, almost always come at the end to make an E sound at the end of a word. So let's read a short chant to practice those sounds. In my dream, I am a queen. I eat green jelly with ice cream. I'm very happy in my dream. Okay, so let's look at the first paragraph. In my dream, we've got the EA in the middle. I am a queen, double E. Second verse, I eat green jelly. And actually we can see 3 in that sentence because eat uses this, but it uses it at the start. Eat. Green, the double E. And jelly, the Y at the end. Eat green jelly. 3 different ways in one sentence. With ice cream. It's the EA again. I'm very happy in my dream. So happy with the Y, dream with the EA. Okay? So let's look at a few more words and we can put them into a table. The first one is tree. Tree. tree goes here. It's actually at the end of this word, tree, double E. Teacher, teacher. Sounds in the middle, so it's likely to be one of these two. And in this case, it's the EA. Teacher. Family. The sound is at the end. Family. So, with the end sound, it's usually the Y. Family. Funny. Again, at the end, funny. So we can put funny in here. The Y at the end. Week, as in days of the week. This is in the middle, this sound, the E, and it's actually double E. Now, I said days of the week because we can also spell it with an EA. But it has a different meaning. Weak, the opposite of strong. If you're weak, you're not strong. Or days of the week is the double E. So be careful when you spell weak. Sheep. Sheep. In the middle, so it's likely one of these, and it's